Volcanoes can be scary. Ask anyone who's ever been in the vicinity of one when it blows its top. But they are also magnificent natural structures that have shaped not only the physical landscape of the Earth, but also the course of human civilization. From the ancient city of Pompeii to the mythical city of Atlantis, volcanoes have captured our imagination for centuries. So here are 10 amazing facts about how volcanoes have affected our past, from myths to migrations. You won't believe. No. 3. Number 10. The birth and death of Pompeii. Pompeii was a prosperous Roman city in the Bay of Naples in the 1st century AD, with a population of around 11,000 people. It was known for its art, architecture, and gardens. But in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the city in ash and pumice. The eruption was so violent that it even ejected solid objects into the air like a giant catapult. Most of the residents were killed by suffocating fumes rather than lava flows. Only a few skeletons have been found outside the city walls, where people tried to flee but were overwhelmed by the disaster. The ruins of Pompeii were lost for centuries until they were rediscovered in the 18th century. Since then, archaeologists have uncovered many artifacts from the city, including frescoes, mosaics and sculptures, which have helped us to learn more about life in ancient Rome. Number 9. The deluge of Krakatoa. In 1883, Krakatoa, a volcano in Indonesia, erupted, killing over 36,000 people. It was one of the deadliest and most destructive volcanic eruptions in history. The explosion was so powerful that it was heard over 2,000 miles away in Australia, and the tsunami generated by the eruption was responsible for most of the deaths. Many entire villages were wiped off the map by the force of the blast. The eruption also had a significant impact on global temperatures, causing a drop of up to 2 degrees Celsius in some areas. This is because the ash and gases released by the volcano blocked out the sun, leading to a temporary cooling effect. The eruption of Krakatoa continues to be studied by scientists today, as it provides valuable insights into the potential dangers of other volcanoes around the world. Number 8. The Santorini eruption. Around 1650 BC, there was a massive volcanic eruption on the Greek island of Santorini. It is believed that this event may have been the inspiration for the ancient Greek myth of the lost city of Atlantis. The explosion was so powerful that it created a massive caldera, which is a large crater-like depression in the ground. The eruption also caused a tsunami that may have reached as far as Egypt and the Middle East. Ash and pumice from the eruption were carried as far away as Syria and Turkey. The Santorini eruption had a profound impact on the Minoan civilization, which thrived on the island at the time. The explosion destroyed many cities and caused widespread famine and disease. Some historians believe that the devastation wrought by the eruption contributed to the decline of the Minoan civilization and the rise of the Mycenaean civilization. Number 7. The ghost town of Pyramus. In the early 19th century, the Chilean town of Pyramus was a bustling community of around 2,000 people. But in 1826, the nearby volcano, Mount Calbuco, erupted, destroying the town and killing hundreds of people. The eruption was so sudden and unexpected that many of the residents were caught off guard and unable to escape in time. The town was buried under a thick layer of ash and debris, and those who survived the initial eruption died from injuries and illnesses caused by the ash. Today, the ruins of Pyramus are still visible and serve as a reminder of the destructive power of volcanoes. The site is now a protected historical landmark and a popular tourist destination. Visitors to the area can explore the ruins of homes, churches, and other buildings, as well as the cemetery where many of the victims are buried. Number 6. The man who walked into the sun. In 1912, a volcano known as Mount La Soufriere erupted on the Caribbean island of Martinique. The eruption was so powerful that it killed over 30,000 people, making it one of the deadliest volcanic eruptions in the 20th century. One of the victims was a French scientist named Maurice Kramer. He was interested in studying the eruption up close, and he set up camp near the volcano. Despite warnings from locals, he continued his research and eventually walked into the path of the lava flow and was killed. His body was never recovered, but his story has become a legend among volcanologists. Today, Mount St. Helens is a popular destination for tourists and scientists alike. The island's volcano observatory provides visitors with a unique opportunity to learn about the island's history and the dangers of volcanic eruptions. Number 5. The mystery of the lost city of Herculaneum. In 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the nearby city of Herculaneum in ash and pumice. The eruption was so violent that it even ejected solid objects into the air like a giant catapult. Most of the residents were killed by suffocating fumes rather than lava flows. Only a few skeletons have been found outside the city walls, where people tried to flee but were overwhelmed by the disaster. The ruins of Herculaneum were lost for centuries until they were rediscovered in the 18th century. Since then, archaeologists have uncovered many artifacts from the city, including frescoes, mosaics, and sculptures, which have helped us to learn more about life in ancient Rome. However, unlike Pompeii, much of Herculaneum's population was killed by a pyroclastic flow rather than the initial eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Pyroclastic flows are fast-moving currents of hot gas and solid matter that rush down the slopes of a volcano during an eruption. They can reach speeds of up to 100 miles per hour and temperatures of up to 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, making them one of the most dangerous aspects of a volcanic eruption. Number 4. The uninvited guest. When Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, it didn't just destroy the city of Pompeii, it also sent a thick layer of ash over the neighboring city of Naples. The ash covered the entire city in a blanket of gray, turning day into night, and making it impossible to see the sun for days. This must have been a terrifying experience for the people of Naples as they watched their world turn gray and the sky turn black. The eruption also caused the soil to become infertile, making it difficult to grow food. This led to a famine in Naples and many people died of starvation. To make matters worse, the eruption also caused the water supply to become contaminated. This made it unsafe to drink or use for washing, which led to the spread of disease. Many people died from infections and illnesses caused by the contaminated water. Number 3. The land of fire and ice. Iceland is known for its stunning natural beauty, from its glaciers and waterfalls to its volcanoes and geysers. The country is home to more than 30 volcanoes, although only a few have been active in recent years. In 2010, one of Iceland's most famous volcanoes, Mount Eyjafjallajökull, erupted, causing major disruptions to air traffic in Europe. The eruption caused widespread cancellations of flights and left thousands of passengers stranded. But the volcano's impact went beyond just disrupting travel plans. The eruption also had a significant impact on the local economy. The small town of Vik, which is located near the volcano, relies heavily on tourism for its economy. However, the ash cloud created by the eruption made it impossible for tourists to visit the area, which led to a sharp decline in business for local shops, restaurants, and hotels. Number 2. The birth of a city. The city of Rome was founded on the banks of the Tiber River in Italy in the 8th century BC. According to legend, the city was founded by Romulus, who killed his twin brother Remus after the two of them had been raised by a she-wolf. However, there is evidence that the area had been inhabited long before the arrival of Romulus and Remus. The Romans themselves believed that the city was built on the spot where Romulus killed Remus, and that the blood of the slain prince fertilized the ground and made it particularly fertile. This myth may have been used to justify the Romans' claim to the land and their right to rule over it. The Romans believed that their city was destined to be the center of the world, and they saw the founding of Rome as a sign of this destiny. A new home. In the year 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed the Roman city of Pompeii. This must have been a devastating and terrifying experience for the people who lived there. Imagine your whole world being turned upside down in an instant. Your home and everything in it gone, your friends and family possibly dead or missing. Where would you go next? What would you do? For many of the survivors of the eruption, the answer was to head north to the relatively unknown city of Naples. Naples was a small city at the time, but it quickly grew in importance after the destruction of Pompeii. The survivors of the eruption needed somewhere to go, and Naples was the closest large city. In addition, Naples was seen as a safe haven from the destructive power of Mount Vesuvius. At the time, people did not understand the science behind volcanic eruptions, and they feared that the mountain would erupt again. Therefore, many people decided to leave the area altogether and start new lives in Naples. This migration of people led to rapid growth for Naples. The city quickly became a hub for trade and commerce, and it eventually became the capital of the Kingdom of Naples. The destruction of Pompeii and the growth of Naples is a stark reminder of the power of nature. In an instant, a volcano can wipe out an entire city, but from the ashes of that city a new one can rise. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check back for more awesome videos. See you next time.